In this quick video, I'm just going to show you how I like my WordPress when starting a new website project. And I will also show you how you can just do this one time and then save a lot of time in future projects. So here we are in the WordPress dashboard. And the first thing I like to do is click here on the username. And then I'm just going to change it. Why? Because by default, this is your WordPress admin username, and I like it to be different from the display name. Now, in my case, it's because I'm creating videos, but even if you don't create videos, it's a good practice to have a different display name than your actually WordPress username. So I'm just going to change it. Let's imagine the website is Fruitstorm. So I'm just going to type Fruitstorm, and then here, I'm just going to select Fruitstorm, and voila. Next, I'm just going to scroll down and click on Update Profile. All right. Now, let's go back to the dashboard. And I don't know about you, but this is way too cluttered. So just click here and then you can just unselect everything here. And there you go. Now we have a clean slate. Next, I go to Post and I'm just going to select the Hello World post and I'm just going to move it to Trash. All right. Next, I go to Pages and I'm going to delete this one. So just click on Trash. Now this one, I'm going to click on Click Edit. I'm going to keep it as a privacy policy page and I will change the content later. But for the time being, I just clicked on Quick Edit and I'm going to change the status from draft to published and the order to 100. Why? Because it makes it cleaner. You can order your pages and it looks way cleaner. So update. And then I'm going to click on Add New Page. And you can call it whatever you want. In my case, I'm just going to call it Home. Very original, I know, but you can call it whatever you want. And I'm just going to publish this page. All right, let me go back by clicking here. And here I'm going to click on Quick Edit. And let's make it number 1 and click on Update. You'll understand why in a moment. Next, go to Appearance, Themes. And here we got 3 themes. We don't need all of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete the other 2. And then if you need another theme, just click on Add Theme. And in my case, I'm going to install Astra and activate. And of course, if you're not subscribed, are you serious? Come on, it's just one click. Okay, let me check. Oh, you did it. Thank you. Okay, next, let me go to plugins. And I don't need this plugin, so I'm going to select both. And I'm just going to delete it. Click OK. And there you go. So now if I refresh, we got a clean slate. Now, if you need a plugin that you're going to use most of the time, you might as well add it here. So I'm going to add plugin. And in my case, I'm going to add starter templates. Then click on install and activate. Now it's going to automatically redirect you to this page and you don't need to do it now, but in case you're wondering, you can use starter templates either with Spectra or with Elementor. So for example, let me choose the one with Spectra, but it's the same designs by the way. So we get hundreds of designs, but you don't need to do it now. So I'm just going to exit to dashboard. All I wanted was the plugin installed. So let me close this. You'll understand why in a moment. Next, you want to go to Settings, General, and here you can change the name of the website. So let's imagine it's Fruitstorm. But if you want to keep it generic, as I will show later in the video, if you want to reuse that starter package, then just leave it as my website. You can always change it later. And what you put here will appear here in the top left corner. Okay. Next, you want to make sure the time zone is correct. So check your time zone. That will make it easier, especially when you check logs, if there is any debugging information that you or a developer would need. You'll thank me later. Next, lower on the page, you see here the date format. Now, depending on where you live on the planet, one format might be more appropriated than others, so you can choose it here. And same for the time format. And once you're done, just scroll down and hit Save Changes. Next, you want to go to Reading, and then where you see your homepage displays, you want to select the second option, a static page, and then in Homepage, we got our home page that we created earlier. So that makes it super handy. And when you reach the root of your address, of your URL, you will land on the page you selected here. Next, where you see for each post in the feed include, I want to select excerpt, I don't want the full text. And then for search engine visibility, hit discourage search engine from indexing this site. I think it's a good practice, but don't forget, once you go live, don't forget to unselect this option. Next, hit Save Changes. And by the way, if you're interested, we got a full course on how to create a website, a full course on how to create a website with Elementor, and a full course on how to create a website with Spectra. So I'll put links to these courses in the description below. And next, you want to go to Discussion. So here, depending on whether or not you have a blog, you may or may not want to touch these options. But if you do have a blog, make sure that comment author must have a previously approved comment at the minimum. And you can also say comment must be manually approved. That would be like each comment. Really depends on what you prefer. But if you want to avoid those spammy messages, that may be better. So as usual, just scroll down and hit Save Changes. Next, go to Media. And here, if you don't want WordPress to create variations of your images, what you can do is put 0 everywhere. And next, hit Save Changes. But once again, that's optional. Next, you want to go to Permalinks. And personally, I like this structure. By default, it's selected, but you may need another, like a completely custom structure, or you need the month and name. Your mileage may vary. So once you're okay, just hit Save Changes. And then here, let's click on Privacy. And here by default, he selected our privacy policy page. If you remember, we changed the status from draft to publish, and it automatically used this, but you could choose any other page you select. That's going to help with privacy policy, as the name suggests, and depending on where you live, this may or may not be mandatory. All right, so now that we have a clean slate, a clean WordPress starter slate, what I like to do is turn this into a kind of starter pack template. Now, there are two ways we can go about it. The first is if you're using ZipWP, so I'm going to show you. Here I'm using ZipWP, and this is the website we just saw called My Website. Very original, I know. And basically what I can do is just click here and then hit Clone Website. Start cloning. Okay. So that took about 10 seconds, and now you can see my website clone. So I can change the name here, call it My Website 2, hit Enter. And next I can click here on that little WordPress icon, and it's going to automatically log me in. And as you can see, all the benefits we got from what we did previously is here. We got the clean dashboard, and I can go to any setting. It will be exactly the same setting. For example, let me go to Settings, Rating. And you can see, as we did in the original, the home page is a static page called Home, the one we created. So you get the point. Now, another thing we can do, which is even better, is my original website, which, if you remember, is called My Website. I can click here on the 3 dots and then turn this into a blueprint. So for that, I'm just going to click on Create Blueprint, give it a name. For example, WordPress Starter V1. Then I can give it a short description, and I can just hit Create. All right, blueprint created successfully. So now I can go back to Sandbox Sites, create a new website. So I'm going to choose a blank website, but I'm going to select this tab from Blueprint. Next, I click here on the drop down, and now I can select my WordPress Starter V1 template. So I'm just going to select it, and I can give the new website a name, My Website 3, then hit Create Site. All right, and there you go. This is My Website 3. And if you want to be sure, let's just open it. And as you can see, once again, this is our clean slate WordPress starter pack. Awesome. Now this was for ZipWP. And if you're interested in a ZipWP premium plan, you'll find a discount code in the description below. And if you have a free ZipWP account, you don't have access to the blueprint feature, and your websites only stay up for 24 hours. But fear not, there is a way you can just export and re-import your website. It's going to take more time, but hey, at least it's free. So if you want to know how to do that, just make sure you watch this video next. And of course, I've put a link in the description below. So I hope this was helpful, and please let me know in the comments below if you're also using similar starter setups when you start a WordPress website project. You're welcome.